The Brother Goose Show.
Hey kids, I'm Brother Goose, and this is the Brother Goose Show. I want to welcome you to 15 minutes of learning, dancing, and fun. You hear that ringing? Where's that coming from? Well, looks like we got a video call coming in. Let's answer it and see who it is.
Hi, Brother Goose. What are we learning today?
Oh, it's our friend Miguel. Hi, Miguel. Well, what do you want to learn, friend?
I want to learn about shapes.
Shapes? Wow, that's a great topic. Shapes, shapes, shapes over there. Shapes, shapes, shapes everywhere. Shapes, shapes, shapes. Here we go. Everybody learn some shapes. Okay, kids, be on the lookout for some shapes. I don't see any shapes around. Let's just make our own. Okay, let's see if we can draw a triangle. Triangle has 3 sides. That's a triangle. 1, 2, 3 sides. The cool thing about this shape is that the word triangle starts with the prefix tri. A prefix is a smaller word that's at the beginning of a larger word that has its own meaning. For example, tri means 3. So if you put tri together with the word angle, you get triangle, which means 3 angles. Isn't that cool?
Wow, Brother Goose, that's awesome.
Now that we're done with that, let's get it out of the way.
Hey! Ew. Ah! I hurt!
Now that we've done the triangle that has 3 sides, let's do a shape that has 4 sides. Do you know a shape that has 4 sides? Right, like a square. Let's draw a square. Alright, so a square has 4 even sides. Almost like a box. Squares are pretty awesome, right? As a matter of fact, squares are my favorite shape. Hey Miguel, what's your favorite shape?
My favorite shape is diamond.
Diamonds? Awesome shape. let me show you something cool about the square. See this square? Just a regular square. Now, if I were to tilt it like so, do you know what this is now? That's right, it's a diamond. Good job. You know, baseball fields are shaped just like diamonds. As a matter of fact, that's what they're called, diamonds. Speaking of which, how about we hit this diamond out of the park? Do you hear that? That means it's almost circle time with Brother Goose. Speaking of circles, how about we draw one? Now, a circle has no sides. It's just a big curve. Man, a circle. Now, I know everyone has fun with circles. Alright, now that you've seen a circle, let's just get it off the screen. Well, I don't have a book about shapes, but this book is shaped like a rectangle. See? 2 long sides and 2 short sides. But enough about shapes for now. What we're about to read is a story from a collection of stories for 4-year-olds. Today's story is Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel lived at the edge of a forest with their father, a poor woodcutter, and their stepmother. One night, the family had very little food left to eat. Hansel and Gretel overheard their father and stepmother talking as they lay in their bed. "There are too many mouths to feed," said their stepmother. "We must take the children into the forest and leave them there." "No," protested the father, for he loved his children. "We must, or we'll all die of hunger," ordered his wife. That night, Hansel crept out of the house. He filled his pockets with little white pebbles, then went back to bed. Early the next morning, the stepmother hurried Hansel and Gretel out of bed. With a heavy heart, the woodcutter led his children into the forest. As they walked along, Hansel dropped the pebbles from his pockets onto the path. When they reached the middle of the forest, the woodcutter said, "Wait here, we'll be back soon." But their father and stepmother didn't return. Soon it was getting dark. Gretel was frightened. "We'll find our way home," Hansel told her. Before long, the moon lit up the white pebbles along the way. "Don't worry, we'll follow the pebbles home," said Hansel. The woodcutter was happy to see his children again, but their stepmother was furious. After a while, the woodcutter and his family had very little food again. "Tomorrow, we will take the children deeper into the forest," the stepmother cried. This time, Hansel left a trail of breadcrumbs. When their parents didn't return again, Hansel said, "We'll follow the breadcrumbs I dropped on the path. They will lead us home." But the birds had eaten all the crumbs. Tired and hungry, Hansel and Gretel curled up under a tree and went to sleep. The next morning, they wandered through the forest until they came to a cottage made out of candy and gingerbread. Hansel and Gretel greedily ate the candy. Suddenly, an old woman opened the door. "Come in," she said. "I've got more food." The old woman fed them well and then put them to bed. Hansel and Gretel didn't know that the old woman was actually a wicked witch who liked to eat children. When Hansel and Gretel woke up, the old woman locked Hansel in a cage. Then the witch set Gretel to work cooking huge meals to fatten him up. Every morning, the witch asked Hansel to hold out his finger to feel if he was fat enough to eat. But clever Hansel held out a chicken bone instead. The witch's eyesight was so bad that she thought it was Hansel's thin finger. One day, tired of waiting for Hansel to get fatter, the witch decided to cook him anyway. Grabbing Gretel's arm, she said, "Go and check if the oven is hot enough." And she pushed Gretel toward the open oven door. The wicked witch was planning to eat Gretel too, but Gretel guessed the witch's trick. "I'm too big to fit in there," she said. "Oh, you silly girl," cackled the witch. "Even I can fit in there." And she sucked her head inside. With a great big shove, Gretel pushed the witch into the oven and shut the door. "The witch is dead," cried Gretel, and she set Hansel free. As they left, the children discovered the house was full of jewels and gold. So they filled their pockets and set off home. Their father was overjoyed to see them. He told them that their stepmother had left and they now had nothing to fear. Hansel and Gretel showed their father the jewels and gold, and they never went poor or hungry again. Wow, what a great story. It's really fun to read. All right, so we're nearing the end of the show. So we're going to go back and review what we learned today. Today, we learned all about shapes, different kinds. The first shape we learned was a triangle. A triangle has 3 sides. The next shape we learned was a square. A square has 4 sides, almost like a box. And if you tilt a square, just like this, it'll be a diamond, which is the same thing, but it's tilted. And last, we learned about the circle. The circle has no sides. It's just a long curve. Before we go, let's have a nice conversation with ourselves. Because sometimes we're all the positive encouragement that we need. Start off like this. Repeat after me. Hey me, listen up now. You're so awesome and cool. You make me go, wow. Is that me I see in the mirror over there? I like your style and I love your hair. Even if it's messy, I accept you anyway because I love myself each and every day. Thanks for sharing this time with me. I'll see you again real soon. Bye.